Yes, and welcome back to another brand new edition of Weed on Wrestling. All you wonderful weed heads, welcome back. I am, of course, Weed, aka Alan, your host that tries to stay in the stone the most. And here on Weed on Wrestling, I get super baked. Try to talk about all the finer points of WWE. Today marks my third podcast in 24 hours talking about the WWE universe and everything that surrounds it and all of that. Still trying to rearrange. Sorry if it sounds like shit, because I got a new way to record in secondhand studios, and I'm trying it out, seeing if it works, seeing if I like it. I may just have to go back to the old way. The old way may have just worked a lot better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this one turns out. Excuse me. But here's what we know. Here's what we know coming into the show. There's going to be a UK Championship match, so we know that. We do know that there's going to be a UK Championship match between Tyler Bate and gentleman Jack Gallagher. So there's that. We have that going for us. Bobby Roode is the champ. Hideo Itami wants his belt. Asuka still reigns supreme in the women's division. Authors of Pain and Team DIY have a match going on at some point, sometime in the near future. And then you have the rest of the locker room. And that's where we're left. You have the rest of the locker room. Cien, well, he's busy being a prick. Cassius Ohno, he's around, short, Stockton shorts and all. Aleister Black's there being all dark and mysterious. Drew McIntyre, or is it Galloway? Is it McIntyre? Well, he's there. Those Aussie bitches, check. Plus, there's always that chance I'll be pleasantly surprised with another Ho-Ho Loon appearance. If we can get a Ho-Ho Loon sighting, I'll be happy. Probably not. It's probably just going to be the same old steal the other territory's talent and then try to pass it off as our own, the own NXT talent instead of developmental, which is, I don't know, kind of the way that it got popular to begin with. Still, same old shit, I guess. The kind of shit that we've gone complacent with over the last few months, plush with the worst fucking commentary table out of them all. I mean, yeah, Tom Phillips is good, but the other two, they can just ruin a fucking show. I can't hit the mute button fast enough as soon as I hear that Nigel fucktard talk on my fucking television. I just get mad. Anyway, the actual action really kicks off on the programming with Nikki Cross sliding into the ring, and then she slid back out of the ring and being all creepy and shit. Anyway, she calls out Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott answers her, and she answers her rather quickly. It was a nice little standoff, until somebody else yelled out, "Kiss!" It's hard to be all intense while you're busy laughing, and I get that. So a fight breaks out between the two, and neither one of them really gained an advantage or looked weak while doing it, though. They didn't gain an advantage, but neither one of them looked weak either. They were able to shrug off the officials and kind of toss around the security guards, so it was good. And there was some sort of peace that was kind of restored, and I smell a feud brewing. I definitely smell a feud brewing. It's been brewing for the last couple weeks now. So later on in the show, William Regal makes it official that there's going to be a match later on between Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott. So that could be interesting. It was quite the kick-ass way to start off the night's festivities. Even with the comedic timing of my new personal hero, that dude in the crowd that yelled out, "Kiss!" while they were both standing there. That was pretty genius. And then we got kind of a little highlight package of Hideo Itami confronting Bobby Roode. It's the same package that we've seen for a while now, but at least it's fresh in our minds. And Bobby Roode has a little backstage promo to cut. And it was actually a pretty solid one. Roode is always solid on the mic, so that's a good thing. And he says that first Hideo Itami must earn the chance for Bobby Roode's glorious NXT title. Yeah, Roode will step into the ring with him, but not for the belt. Not for the title. Not until Itami proves himself worthy to such a claim. That was good. It was a really nice little opening segment to get the night going, and then we get our first match of the night. So is every new star that comes into NXT, that is stole from another company, are they first supposed to come to NXT and have a match sometime within the first month against Almas, against Cien? Because it's pretty prevalent that all new ones have to face him within the first month. Ono did it, Black did it, and now Drew McIntyre is doing it. Alright, well, whatever. Because the actual match, well, it was kind of boring as shit. You had Almost being almost in his cocky self. He was trying to take a lounge every once in a while, but Drew McIntyre wasn't having it. He wasn't having none of that no showboat shit on his show. So he started it off quick, and it was rough. Cien kind of had a brief moment of dominance, and that was until Drew took over. And he looked impressive. He looked big, he looked lanky, he looked clunky, and I imagine in Vince's eyes, he looked impressive. So yeah, Drew McIntyre gets the win in kind of a rather short match. Here's my thing with it though, and here's my problem with this image that they're portraying with him. That little running drop kick that he does kind of as a finishing move, it isn't as badass as I had imagined. But I mean, I guess it serves its purpose. I still have a hard time believing, though, that a move like that has the capability to render an opponent incapacitated. I have a hard time believing that it could leave somebody on the main roster even laying in its wake. I just don't think that it has that ability. But I could be wrong. I mean, yeah, we had the Hogan leg drop for a while, and this is kind of a variation, except he jumps. It is strange. It's just a strange booking to be a finishing move. I could see that being a setup to a finisher, but it is what it is. Next up, we get a problem that I have with the show, and I'll get into it later, but it's some sort of Roderick Strong video package. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel about this. I don't know if I'm supposed to feel sorry for him or if I'm supposed to get excited for him. I mean, what the hell is the purpose of this crap? Other than to congratulate homie on the birth of his child. You know what? Congrats, bro. Look, WWE, I did it without some sort of stupid video package to, accredited his career and everything. I just said, hey, look, homie had a child. Congratulations. I mean, shit. I guess it did serve its job of letting me know more about this Roderick Strong dude, but who the fuck said I even wanted to know anything about the douchebag to begin with? So that was my problem with it. Next up, we get our second match of the evening, and it's some Hawaiian dude, Kona Reeves versus my dude Aleister Black. So we're serving Black a bunch of jobbers until he and McIntyre can actually establish a feud. Is that what we're doing here? Alright. I will say this. My homie Aleister Black has one more kick-ass introduction. The blackness, the music, the fog or smoke, whatever it is, and the way that he just rises up. I dig all of it. I do. I really do enjoy it. That lasted longer than the match did, though. And that's my problem with it. I mean, yeah, Keanu Reeves, he took the fight to Aleister Black, but it was all to no avail. Aleister Black kicked his way to yet another victory. It'll be nice whenever this dude actually gets some real competition, when he actually has a good match and not just a bunch of jobbers that are coming at him. That will be nice. speaking of what'll be nice, whenever we have writing that doesn't completely just reek of suckage, because that's what we're having right now, is a writing staff that don't know what the fuck they're doing with talent. And that is the writing staff of the NXT women's division. Because we get Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross. It wasn't good. It was supposed to be a match and it never actually happened. Nikki Cross jumped in. She jumped Ruby Riott before the match even started. Before even introduction was done, she was walking down the ramp. Nikki Cross hits her from behind. And they fight all over the place. I mean, all over the place. Holy hell, they broke loose. All before the bell. And then down comes the officials and down comes the security guards. And they try to pull them apart again. And it doesn't work. Listen, I dig the feud. I really do. And I understand the storytelling behind it. They need to stretch it out. And they need to establish them both as successful superstars. And that they just can't stand each other and always have to be pulled apart. I get that. And I respect it. But damn, NXT, let them fight a little bit. Like, let them get some good licks in. So yeah, there's actually no match there. And there was no purpose of it either, because next we learn that there's going to be a number one contender match next week for Asuka's title. Who will be the number one contender going in after next week? It's going to be whichever woman picks up the win in the Battle Royal. This is going to be interesting. A Battle Royal with women? Kind of intrigued. And I'm going to tune in to watch it. Speaking of what I tuned into this week, that was that main event. And that's my fourth talking point, the fourth match. There's supposed to be fourth match of the night, ended up being the third. The WWE UK Championship match. And it was between Gentleman Jack Gallagher versus Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate waving to the crowd, all scruffy-faced and in his fighting spirit. It was good. Holy fuck. I must have been British in a past life or something, because I loved everything about this match. The storytelling alone had me intrigued. I mean, you had the crowd work, you had the characters, hell, even the introductions were exciting. That network, WWE Network UK show can't get here quick enough, in my opinion. I know there's some haters out there saying that there's already enough network material, but I gotta say, I'm excited about this. And the actual match, though, it was good. It was really good. It was quick. It was fast-paced. It was hard-hitting. Everything that we'd expect from a UK Championship match, it was, minus Willem the Umbrella. Because there was no Willem sighting. But that's because Gentleman Jack, he came in all focused and shit and ready to go. So here's what it was. It was a fun match to watch. I mean, holy shit, was this match just fun. It was fun to be a spectator. It truly was a specialty on technical wrestling. And yet it told an amazing story of logic here as well. Those reversals, the standoff in the center of the ring, like they were going to throw down in a fisticuff standoff, it was just, it was good. I mean, fuck, this is truly what poetry in motion inside a squared circle looks like. And there wasn't a whole lot of crowd support. Yeah, they were kind of in and out, touch and go. They tried, I think. Tried to make it about themselves, but it was good. And I mean, even the old shit for brains Nigel McFucktard couldn't ruin it with his microphone work. It was a solid main event. Even despite the crowd, even despite Nigel, it was really good. And holy shit, those headbutts. Those fucking headbutts by Gentleman Jack, though. And the great reversal there at the end by Tyler Bate. He reverses it into a Tyler Driver 97. And Tyler Bate wins. He continues to be your UK champion. Holy shit, what a match. And all the other UK stars in the lineup right there as they cut away after the match in attendance. It was great storytelling. Supreme storytelling, I tell you. It was good. It was really good. What wasn't good though? My botch of the night. And it's botch of the night time. And let's look at the storytelling of that Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross feud. Why even establish it in the first place? Why? Why run that risk? I mean, if you knew the match wasn't going to take place to begin with, why build it? I know it's for the long run, and we're setting up a long game of a storyline here, and it's gonna pay off in the end. But couldn't we do that after somebody cost somebody else something at that Battle Royale next week? Isn't there another way that we could have gone? But it was nice to have the Ruby Riott on the microphone to hear her speak. That was good. But it was all for nothing. I mean, since that Battle Royale is taking next week in the women's division, why? We as WWE fans, we can already read the writing on the script here. Either Ruby Riott or Nikki Cross, they're going to eliminate themselves while going after the other one in that Battle Royale next week. So yeah, botch again, you non-original motherfuckers. Because we all know what's going to happen here. We can all see the writing on the wall of somebody going crazy and eliminating themselves along with the other person. And that just builds in their feud and it builds in the storyline. Could be done in a better way, that's all I'm saying. Shifting gears, my what about me, what about Raven missing superstar of the night? How about the entire tag team division? There was no reference here, there were no interviews, there wasn't even a fucking video package that WWE is oh so fucking fond of. Simply put, there was nothing about the tag team division on NXT tonight, and I don't understand why. So yeah, my Raven missing superstar of the night was actually a pretty easy one tonight, because there was no tag team division on NXT whatsoever. I had a s'more moment, I thought. I had a s'more moment. Maybe I didn't write my s'more moment. Maybe that's my problem. You know what my s'more moment of the night is? Let me look for it. There's my botch. There's my what. I don't think I wrote it. So my s'more moment of the night is going to be that match between Tyler Bate and Gentleman Jack Gallagher. Just the overall feel of it, the way that it leads into the UK program that's coming to the network. I could use a lot more of talented individuals in the ring fighting for the same thing. That's not a developmental. And yeah, I know what you're saying. This is going to be a lot of WWE programming on during the week. And you're right. It is. It is going to be a lot of programming on during the week. So I'm going to have to sacrifice a few shows. What those shows are, though, I'm not quite sure. Do I go straight toward the network and do the 3 shows on the network? I think that's what I might have to do. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But for now, my s'more moment of the night is going to go to the Tyler Bate, Gentleman Jack Gallagher main event. Because that was some fine showmanship and fine showcase of technical wrestling at its best. I liked it. And my overall feeling of the show, though, it's a mixed one. Because, yeah, while that main event with Gentleman Jack Gallagher and Tyler Bate, while it was brilliance personified, that doesn't make up for the whatever the fuck that was with the match, then no match, then match, then no match horse shit with Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott. I mean, it was all for nothing. And yeah, I'm reminded, I suppose, that it's for the storyline purposes. But I don't know. And then I have a squash match there. And some sort of lazy Cien storyline. Who gives a fuck? Where were my usual champions? Where was my Asuka? Where was my Bobby Roode? Where was my Authors of Pain tonight? And it was a nice touch with that little Roderick Strong multi-tiered video sequence. But who the fuck asked for it to begin with? So yeah, that's where I'm at. It's kind of a disappointment. And I was kind of let down after the show. But it ended so beautifully, so I can't be that upset and I can't be that mad. So yeah, nice job NXT. You kept my attention at least. And I think that's about all I have today. As I cough right on you, and for that I do apologize. I'm not quite sure how this new recording studio is going to work. I can kind of hear it in my ear, but it's hit and miss every once in a while. I may just have to go back to the old way. You guys will have to let me know on Twitter. Hit me up, Weed on Wrestling. Or find me in all the normal places, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and of course Spreaker Radio. Again, Twitter, that's at Weed on Wrestling, all one word, Weed on Wrestling. And yeah, we say we get the fuck out of here. You guys take care of yourselves. Take care of each other out there, and I've been Weed, aka Alan. Let's get the fuck out of here. Maybe, if I can figure out how to work this thing. This is a whole lot of equipment. I ain't quite used to it yet. And I know my mic's cutting in and out because I'm not right in front of the microphone like I need to be. I'll work on that. It's all just a project, so let's get the fuck out of here. I really hope this new studio works. I don't quite know if it's in here, but we'll just have to see. I appreciate anybody who gives me a response. Anything else? Let's look at yourself.